In the realm of writing love songs, Paul McCartney is well versed in the craft. On the other hand, the former member of the Beatles has been subjected to criticism from some who believe that he has composed an excessive number of love songs, with some of them being considered soppy. For the episode of his podcast titled A Life in Lyrics, that aired on Tuesday, McCartney stated, "I think a lot of people who are cynical about it haven't been lucky enough to feel it." Despite the fact that McCartney has stated that he frequently contemplates the critic who damns his legacy of love songs, he has also mentioned that they come and go, and that the force of his music tends to outlive those who are critical of it. Throughout the course of the podcast session, McCartney emphasized the commonality of the emotion of love as a component of the inspiration that led him to compose a great number of songs about it. It goes without saying that this encompasses his personal experience of falling in love, notably with his late wife Linda McCartney. An intentionally cheeky love song about creating love songs, Silly Love Songs, was one of the songs that he penned during his time with Wings. In response to the clamorous critiques of the period, he released the hit in 1976. "I was being accused of just writing dumb love songs, and I was in risk of beginning to buy into this idea that you should just begin to be a little bit more stern and a little bit more worldly. After that, however, I had an epiphany that that is just what love is." On the podcast, he described it as worldly. Additionally, it is a subject that's actually very deep and meaningful and the basis of most religions and most philosophy, as McCartney went on to explain. "It is this thing that people can feel for each other that makes life better if they can engage in it," he went on to say by saying. Unfazed by his detractors, McCartney stated on the show that he would not prohibit composing love songs but rather get on with it, and get into it, and he would never be embarrassed because even though you can say this is a soppy subject, it actually is the opposite. McCartney was clearly unfazed by his critics. In a world where McCartney actually believed the message that his detractors were trying to convey, it is difficult to conceive of a solution. We would not have been able to obtain songs such as Maybe I'm Amazed, Got to Get You Into My Life, 8 Days a Week, and a great deal of other songs if he had done so. Furthermore, if he desires to make use of his platform in order to preach love in a world that might at times feel filled with hatred and misery, what is wrong with that? That is something I would like to know.